Let me start out by saying shout out to the Duggars. You know, they've been pimping you guys. Actually, extras in general are some of the most excellent, consistently productive pimps that this lifetime has seen. So, shout out to you guys. Make that money. You know what I'm saying? Creflo doing his thing, went ahead and met his goal of a mere $65 million for his new jet. Shout out Creflo. I know you've been doing it big, reigning as champion pulpit pimp of the nation for running a good 3 years now, right? Good job with that. On the side note, shout out to his parenting for real. Seriously, that's no shade. Shout out to his parenting. His daughter thought she was gonna walk out that house to go to a party at 1 o'clock in the morning, girl. That wasn't gonna go down, girl. Which reminds me of that prom dress y'all going crazy over right now. Y'all going crazy over that gorgeous prom dress. That dress is gorgeous. They said she designed that thing, girl. She designed it. You go, girl. Okay. But here's where your parenting steps in again. Okay. All of you guys. All of you guys on her job. This is where your parenting steps in, okay? Because, no, bitch, if you're my daughter, you're not walking out of the house in that dress. I'm gonna need several more inches on them titties before you walk out of my house in that dress. You heard me? Not a couple of inches, several inches. We're gonna need some areola coverage up in this piece before you exit and enter into the public. Because, baby, I do you like Corporal Officer of McKinney, Texas will do you. I'll do you like that, I will. Oh, but when I do it, it's child abuse. I wonder if I can get a badge. Will I get away with it? Probably. Yeah, so I just want to come out here, give a shout out to the Cougars. All right, Cougars of the world. All of you adult-aged females. Oh, that's another thing. Y'all, extreme feminists sensitive about being called females. What the fuck you want me to call you? Are you a male? Don't be calling females. Don't be calling women females. Well, be a woman. Be a lady. And I refer to you as such until I know for sure you're a female. Bitch. Y'all have no balance. One extreme or the other. No balance either way. But yeah, this was about Cougars. But yeah, because you bitches are quick to be on this bandwagon about how fabulous this dress is. And let me just go ahead and just stick my toe into the back seat of the bandwagon, because the dress is unbelievable, mind-blowing. Do you hear me? Mind-blowing. After she adds a few more inches onto the bust. And I don't care what you say. I know what your feminist is gonna say. I know what your feminist is gonna say. Oh, you should be able as a woman to express your sexual freedom and blah 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 blah. My ass, not my daughter. Your daughter can go out there and do that shit and then attract exactly the grimy motherfucker she baited for, and then to get in a fucked up relationship with a dude that has no respect for anybody, especially her, and then cry on your shoulder. But I'm not about to be compassion pimped by this bitch that made choices. Anyway, this was about Cougars, right? Okay. So, yeah, Cougars. I just want to say to you rapists, yeah, because you guys are statutory rapists as well. You're statutory rapists. Just because you have a vagina instead of a penis doesn't make you less of a rapist. I know in the eyes of society what I'm saying makes no sense whatsoever, because you get a pass for that. And in fact, the teenage boy that you're screwing gets pats on the back as being a player and, hitting it. All these wonderful good things. But you are a statutory rapist, okay? And you make me sick, all right? I offer curses upon your womb. I hope you never, hope you don't give birth at all. Neither to a female that you will teach your disgusting ways, nor to a boy, little boy. Okay? Yeah, you're a child rapist, and I can't stand you. And when you go around bragging about it like it's a badge of honor, you look even more childish. And see, this has always been my theory, and you can check I have a couple of other rape vlogs. But of course I have a theory that child rapists don't have the adult conversation to attract a gentleman or a lady within the same adult age range, or no, adult men and women, ladies and gentlemen. I'm convinced that they are ill-equipped because they themselves are childish, juvenile, and aren't able to attract or appeal to other adults. So they go and manipulate the juvenile mentalities of kids. All right. And so I just want you to know, because I don't let you know while you're standing there in front of me doing this dumb shit. You know, because I smile and nod and say, wow, and really a lot. I just want you to know I think you're disgusting. I can't stand you. And I don't want you anywhere near any young people that I love. You see? And in fact, when you are with my sisters and you're telling them how sexy their sons are, young adult sons, mind you, you know, they have escaped teenagehood and they are young men, granted, you know, and I wouldn't stop them from smashing any dumb old ladies who can't seem to attract actual mature men. I wouldn't interfere in their play like that. You know, because my nephews are handsome, and they are indeed handsome. Yes. I said that like they look like me, don't I? I patted myself on the shoulder like I gave birth to them. Okay, but anyway. Yeah, so my nephews are indeed handsome. But every time one of you bitches that call my sister your friend, you call yourself supporting and loving my sister, and then like it's a compliment, you then tell her how basically sexy her sons are. I want to punch you in the throat, okay? Because you are not my sister's friend. You don't love my sisters. You basically let her know that you would smash her children. What the fuck about that makes sense to you? If I have a son, bitch, don't you ever call yourself a friend of mine and telling me how sexy my son is in reference to your appeal. And I know it's hot. I know that it's the fire thing to do these days. But just like a male pedophile does, a female pedophile, to people with common sense, which don't worry about it because there are only like 4 of us in the world. But to people with common sense, you are letting them know who the fuck you are as a human being. And you're disgusting. You're disgusting. I don't want you to procreate or influence other young people in life. Not just young people. Impressionable people. I don't want you to give, I don't want you to reproduce, nor influence any other human being on earth. So congratulations. I'm glad you feel like, you know, you still got it. I don't know why you ever felt like it was leaving you. You know, I don't know who you hooked up with that didn't respect you to you know, make you feel like you was losing it to the point where you have to celebrate still having it by fucking boys. But fuck you and the role that you play in the destruction of community. Alright? So yeah. That's all I want to say. And I remember even when because I've always drawn more older men my whole entire life. When I was in junior high, the high school boys' antennas went up. And I was quick then to tell them. I remember myself saying word for word. I was going to run at the track on the weekend, or a week, my personal weekend. Sometimes I would go to the track at the school and run around the track. I remember high school boys being attracted to me, and I had no problem going, I am 14 years old. Like, and it would just turn me off that he would even be attracted to somebody that young at his age. And it got the same way, but I had to use more discretion as I got older, because even though it's being older is not synonymous with being more mature, of the very few mature people in the whole entire world, they usually are in an older bracket. So as I got into my 20s, the reality came to me that I'm probably going to end up married to somebody old enough to be my grandfather. But we're going to love each other dirty draws, and it ain't going to bother us if people going to assume that either I'm a gold digger or got a sugar daddy or whatever. That's not going to bother us, because we're going to love each other dirty draws. It don't matter. But it's going to have to be a guy who actually would mess him. Any older guy that I ever agreed to go out with was an older guy who it just up that, like, I can't believe I'm attracted to this young lady. That's not my style. Like, so if there was a guy that I would respond to that was older, it will always be a guy who's not. Bottom line, when I would go somewhere, it was always the older guys that were drawn to me. But depending on how they respond to other young women, I wasn't receptive. If I saw that it was just the kind of guy that likes younger girls, you childish. You really not even old enough, mature enough for me, even in my 20s, okay? Because I see you mingle with 20-year-old girls. I don't even mingle with 20-year-old girls in my 20-year-old age. So you're really too childish to even have a conversation with me. Bye-bye. Needless to say, the older guys that I was willing to have a conversation with, or even to go out and have a cup of coffee with, were guys that they really had to work through the fact that, man, this one really is different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I guess I basically came on to shout out cougars and say, fuck you, and I can't stand you. And really, if you ever succeed to hook up with one of my nephews, although I won't do it, I'm going to always want to punch you in the throat. And I don't trust anything that you do or say. And I don't want shit to do with you. And I don't appreciate you endangering my family that I love. Because you're endangering my family. Okay. So, yeah. And I get it. I do realize that technical cougars, for the most part, cougars are dealing with boys over 18. I realize that. Which is why, again, I'll feel a certain way, and I want to do and say certain things. But it all ends up amounting to a smile and a nod and a wow and a really. Because if the boy is 18, what am I do? What am I do? But I guess I'm just here to vent and express myself, because that's what YouTubers do. And let you know that, bitch, I can't stand you. Okay? You're grimy. And you're disgusting. And I don't really care that you're doing it because your own self-esteem is low. Because now you're affecting the lives of young people who have their whole lives ahead of them. Unless you screw that up too.